When I was asked to do this video book recommendation, I had two options. Talk about the book Constructions at Work by Professor Goldberg of Princeton, or to talk about my experience with the book. Given the importance and the relevance and the impact this book has had in my own research, I decided to take the second option. So in the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about how this book influenced my own work in construction grammar, and of course I'm going to mention some of the contents which is also very important if we're going to whet the audience's appetite for construction grammar in the book itself. So I heard for the first time of construction grammar in 2011 when I was an English teacher. I can say that I was very dissatisfied with the way the language was taught. Basically because nowadays there's a trend in language teaching to rely on items and rules. This is what John Little calls item rules paradigm. So I was very dissatisfied with that. I was there for a while, but then I decided that I had to move on. I had to inquire a bit more about the nature of language, not about the nature of teaching, which of course is important, but if you don't know how language works, it's very difficult to know how to teach a language. So I decided to read a bit more, and serendipitously I found this book, and well, after reading some pages I was struck by the fact that many of my own intuitions about the language were there, and the best part of it was that they were supported empirically. So this is why I decided that I could shift from language teacher to researcher in cognitive linguistics, and precisely and more particularly in construction grammar. So what is this about? Basically, construction grammar is a new approach to linguistics that holds that language is learned, not acquired innately. This means, for example, that our knowledge of language is supported by a network of constructions, form, function, pairs. For example, a construction can be a word or an idiom, for example, ride a bench, or it can be a phrasal structure. So I decided that this could be a very good way to start informing my own teaching. So this is why I decided to move on and to deal with this in a very deep way. So one of the important assets of the book is that it's very easy to read. It's not soft-called either, but it's easy to read. You need a basic knowledge in linguistics, of course, but after a while you get used to it, and you can follow the author's thinking quite easily. So this is why I recommend this book, and I hope that the audience can make good use of it, because you can find it here at the Central Library. And well, that's it. Thanks a lot.